Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today, I will talk about the existence of God. So we are talking about something that we don't see, unseen. There was a scholar who called Bediüzzaman Said Nursi in Turkey, and young people, teenagers in high school, visited him and asked him a question. The question actually was that their teacher are not talking about the God in a school, and they were asking him to say something about the God, existing of God, about the religion, etc. So he told them that textbooks are talking about the God. So the book we read, the book we use for our courses, textbooks, the science, like for example, in chemistry, in physics, in math, there are many evidence, many lectures, lessons telling us about God and the existing of God. So the question is there a planner, organizer, controller, or a manager? So when I get, a lesson from that, when I read the book, that the students are asking the scholar, their teachers are not talking about God, they ask him to talk about the God, and the answer he gave them was to read the textbook and look at that perspective. We can look at many different perspectives. For example, when I study management, I learned and benefit from that perspective, that we can look at many different perspectives in faith, in a God as well. So today, my talk will be in terms of management, how we can link the management and the faith and the God together. We can combine all this together to understand the faith and the existing of God and the purpose of this life, and the main important thing to understand who we are. Today, I will focus on management. If there is more than one person, the management exists. So what is management? So it's to use people to accomplish goals, basically, if we define the management, to accomplish goals and objectives. So organizations are created to make money, also to serve the community. However, there are functions, like four major managerial functions. So when we look at a small organization, we can see the function of organizing exists. The function of planning, organizing, controlling, and managing, or leading. So when you look at the universe, you can see all these four functions exist. We also have to think about what will happen after we die, and if there is one, how we can understand the existence of planner, organizer, manager, controller, and organizer. This is the main purpose of our life. So we pray, we worship, we do something to be good people, to be beneficial to the community, to the society, but we have no certain answer what will happen after we die, and how did we exist. So these are like philosophical questions, and we have to have answer to satisfy ourselves, when especially as a believer. If we believe in something, we have to satisfy ourselves first, and then when someone asks, so we need to provide something logical that God exists. So the planner, for example, when in our life, someone need really a good planner, someone are not, but if you have no plan, you fail in a long term. We have to have short-term, long-term, mid-term plans. So we see that this exists in the universe as well. There is a perfect plan. So everything works together as a perfect organization, organized by someone. So we may not see the creator by our eyes in this world, but with all this practice, what is going on around ourselves, what's happening is telling us about God, about a creator. So as if you recall the question from high school students, they are asking that teachers are not talking about God, but they need to learn something. So when we read a management book, when we read a chemistry book, a physics books, a medical book, or any books, any type math, even math, will lead us. If we are open mind, we can understand there is someone unseen created this world and managing, organizing, and leading and controlling. So controlling is not just something to look at the quality and the output of the quality. It is from the beginning to the end, ongoing process. So this is the same thing for us. Controlling is not only when we die, it is from the birth to the death, all this period of the life, 60, 70, 80 years, 100 years. So the control is continuing. We have to organize and plan and be ready for the hereafter, which is we believe in, and it is most and more important than this life. So for today, for this conversation, so we have to understand that, so we believe in a creator, and we have to understand why, how, and satisfy ourselves, and then whatever we do, whatever we practice will make sense. Otherwise, if you pray, worship God or Allah or whatever you believe in, will just stay meaningless. So when you satisfy yourself, I mean, I'm not trying to convince anyone, but for ourselves, if you are a student, if you are a worker, if you are a husband, wife, or any responsibility, any role you play in your life, you have to do it properly, in a correct way. If you are calling yourself a believer, you have to check your faith, make sure you believe in something that is concurrent in your life, and whatever it requires, you do it consciously. So that is very important. That's what we have. This is the weakness of the society. So if you are praying at home all day and going out doing something wrong, doing something bad to individuals, and something that is not appropriate doesn't fit to your religion, to your faith, so you have something wrong going on with you, with us. So we have to read and discuss and talk about what we believe in and satisfy ourselves, and then do accordingly whatever is needed to be done. Okay, so the perspective of management, when I talk to someone, when I talk to myself and think about these things, so I said, okay, well, I see if there is a perfect organization making profit, hiring many people, paying tax, and doing this, they are following certain rules, and they are good managers. There is a good plan. There is a good organizing. There is a controlling. All management functions are working perfectly. So they make profit, they pay tax, they do their social responsibility. They help the state, the federal government, and all over entire international or global economy. They create jobs, they provide opportunities for others and add or increase the value of their product for their customers, and they add economic value to the people life. So when you see this, if you look at the universe, you look at the sky, the earth, everything in your backyard, front yard, in your house, in your body, you can see the sign of creator, exactly the perfect organization, a perfect planning, a perfect controlling. Everything is absolute perfect. So this is a good sign for us, for those who have wisdom to understand the existence of God. So otherwise, there will be a mess. You cannot control the universe. So millions of years, the system is working perfectly, and this must be done by a creator. Must have a good plan, a perfect management to handle all this together for millions of years, even billions of years. So when we look at this way, this is tafakkur. It's called in the Quran, in our holy book, is called tafakkur. Tafakkur means you look around, and what you read, what you see, what you do, you think about it and link with something else. And it will be a base. Then you build something on that concrete base, and whatever it is belief, is faith, is helping people, is worshiping God and praying and helping your brothers and sisters and being a good citizen. All together to keep your ethic, your akhlaq, your behaviors in appropriate way. So this is what we are missing as a community. If we strongly believe in one creator. So here, not only for Muslims, for all other religions, if the member of each religion believe the creator correctly, in the right way, appropriately, and a strong belief, then they will follow the rules which are the best for the humanity to survive, to continue communicating, socializing together. So since this pandemic situation, you can see that we are limited for many things. So this is because of our fault, probably, because we didn't follow the rules. We didn't probably continue to cleaning ourselves, to be careful what we are eating, what we are doing. We didn't organize our life, or we didn't plan our life correctly. So it happens sometimes somewhere, but it impact those who follow the rules and responsibilities. So I'm not blaming everybody, but in one corner of the world, when they do something wrong, it impacts everybody. So this can be the big size or small size. The degree of effect can be changed from time to time, from place to place, but it will impact many people, not only you or myself. So this shows that we are created by a creator. We have to strongly believe in this. And in many perspectives, many ways, we can check our faith, we can read, whatever you believe in. In our case, the Holy Book, Quran, tell us how to do it, what to do it. And be responsible and feel responsibility to not only yourself, to everybody else, for family, for the society, for the community, for everybody in the world. So, and then we realize that this world is not the only place or only opportunity to live. So we believe in a hereafter as well. So this faith, the stronger the faith you have, then the stronger the belief you will have for the hereafter. And when you believe that is existing, and you will prepare yourself according to your faith to the forever life, infinite, unlimited life in the hereafter. So I will not just keep your time, just make it longer. I will keep it short and try to end my talk in few minutes, just for summarizing, for the purpose of today's talk. Believing God, believing Allah can take place from person to person, from different perspective, different approaches. So what I learned, from what I read, and from what I practice. So from a long time ago, like the textbook, the science, every field with some way will help us to understand the existence of God, existence of Creator. So when we look at it from that perspective, so today I look at it from the management perspective. So I'm telling myself that if a management, if an organization can be managed with these functions, planning, organizing, controlling, managing, leadership, leading, how can this universe, which include billions of organizations, billions of planets, stars, moons and sun and everything, all creatures and planets, can be managed, cannot be managed by someone, cannot be planned, cannot be controlled, cannot be organized. So this is telling me, to my wisdom, that, hey, there is one God. I have to obey. I have to believe in. I have to follow, and I have to do it, whatever the God is asking, is requiring. So this is the summary. And also, you can look at in different perspectives, like chemistry. You can look at it in physics, in maths, in medicine, in every major or field of science can take you to the end, which is the sign of God, the sign of the existence of Creator. So this topic can be extended in chemistry, in physics, math, science, all other areas. So if we get opportunity, we can talk about this in the future in different perspective. So I'd like to end here. So it's about 25 minutes we are talking. Ibadallah, ittaqullah wa atiyu. All who pray, worship to Allah, to God, trust Allah, obey Allah, and respect Allah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan wa ita'i zil qurba wa yanha anil fahsha'i wal munkari wal baghi ya'izukum la'allakum tazakkarun. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. Rabbana آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. This is good enough. I don't want to keep you guys longer. So just stay healthy and stay home, and safety and health is always priority. Take care of yourself, your family. Visit the Quran and worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I was not taking care of myself for last 1 week, 10 days. We were like moving out from our old place, moving back into a new place, this house. So it was very, very busy. 1 week, last week actually was really busy for entire family, not for myself. We were like painting, cleaning, organizing, as I mentioned, just planning for the future. Everything is management. We are managing our time, our resources, everything. The first thing we will do by keeping social distance, but hopefully soon we will get together. This house is big enough. We can keep the social distance, maybe for 10, maybe a dozen people will be enough. Not more than that. So we have to be careful about this pandemic situation first. That is the priority for everybody. But if God, Allah permit, so we will get together. I stay away from medication. I mean, like pills and injection, everything. I try to be natural, stay natural. But if it is necessary, of course, we will do it. I mean, if it's approved, if it's suggested by doctor, so I think will be a good idea to take it. That's what I think, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
So for the long term, it will be a good idea to just take the shots if you have, if it's available for you. I mean, so this medication, doctors, scientists are working last 1 year, and I think they will not provide anything that can harm our people. So I don't know. I don't see any reason to say no, but it's up to individual preferences. I'd like to thank everybody who participated in this. Thank you very much for joining us today. And hopefully we'll have more people in the future to discuss and talk about more interesting topics